Signing. Welcome to the Concrete Genius Podcast. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace, man. It's your boy. How you doing? It's a lovely Wednesday. I'm honored to come to you in a peaceful manner, peaceful spirit, peaceful frequency. Celebrating my birthday. I need to unplug from the website sometimes. My faithfuls know this. I gotta take a break, recharge, just spend some time, lock in with family, a couple of weeks. Then I tap back in. We ready to go. So you can't let the views, you can't let the desire to release content, you can't let that control you. Focus. Pardon me too, man. You see this shit, man. Shout out Tony Gwynn, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though y'all broke my heart with the Cubs in '84. Shout out Tony Gwynn. Who else was on the Padres? I don't know a lot of Padres, but I know Tony Gwynn. But yeah, I celebrated my birthday, man. Chilled out. Kicked it, you know what I'm saying? Am I in frame? Kicked it positively. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to see too much. Kicked it positively. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Have some family join me. Shit. Big time shit. Just kick it. Just breathe. Just live. You know what I'm saying? Like, I deserve to live. Be happy. Kick it. You know what I'm saying? To do it with your family, that's precious. Priceless. Whatever adjective you could think of to describe it is that and some. And even for the ones that can't be here to just wish you happy birthday, it's still a beautiful, beautiful thing to have, to feel here, be surrounded by the love. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace. I can motivate you, allow me to motivate you, or give me the confidence. It took me. I always say I had confidence. I ain't gonna say I was feeling loud. I was trying to think of a scenario. Now, I might have been nervous, but I always been confident. You know, you young, you get into some shit, get older. Like I seen niggas stabbed in 7th grade, bro. I was like, this is crazy. This the life. I had a nigga pull a knife on me when I was in 7th grade. So that's when it started like really hitting me like, man, this shit spooky out here. You gonna have to either pick a side or wasn't really no choice. Can't stay in the house. But it just shocked me to realize anything can happen at any time. You go through shit like that, you learn, you be hard headed, you know what I'm saying? Just a hard headed ass nigga. Oh, so hard headed, man. Follow me on all socials at Concrete Genius Pod. I was a hard headed ass nigga. It was something awful. It was something awful. I'm glad on my vacation. I bypassed all that Stephen A. LeBron shit. Man, I'm sick of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm tired of that shit, bro. Like, I just feel like that shit beating it to the ground. I feel like, the people who wake up every day to bash the others is just kind of either, unless you're doing it for engagement to pay your little mortgage or your bills, your apartment rent, whatever, cool. But like, I just can't wake up and beat that horse every day. Like, really, I probably could have had 2-3 pods on that shit, but I'm just burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, man, you just gotta, even if them niggas don't call a truce, you gotta call a truce. Because there's so much other shit going on. And speaking of Stephen A., man, ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man, it's your boy Sauce. Follow me on all socials. Pardon me, you know what I mean, for looking so dashingly immaculate on your telephone, your TV. Shout out to you watching me on the big screen. I see you, baby. What we got, Knicks, Cavs? Yeah. So yeah, Concrete Genius Media. I was hard head. I was hard head, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember one time I farted on the bus. I was wild as hell. I was coming from something at the Genesis Center. And for some reason, I probably about maybe 13, 14 maybe. Young enough to where I was like, shit. But it was like 4 or 5 of us. So I remember I had to fart, right? So farted, nigga. And I was sitting on the back. This is some wild shit, right? So I stood up, nigga, and farted in the fan. That shit went through the whole bus. Bus driver pulled over the bus, opened both the doors, cussed me the fuck out, man. Niggas trying to put me out, man. I had to tell a nigga I'm a kid, bro. You can't put me out right here on no motherfucking 11th and Monroe or some shit, bro. Like, I'm a kid. It wasn't no cell phones and shit, bro. Like, it was so bad, I don't even think them niggas, maybe 1 or 2 of them would have got off with me. A couple of them niggas would have been like, man, I ain't getting off this motherfucker. Yeah, he pulled the bus over about 5-10 minutes, let it air out. And I mean, it was just perfect combination of deadly. I swear to God. I swear to God. I was just a little mannish motherfucker. Just a little mannish motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had some shit shape my life though. Like I had some teachers shape my life. Media.com, man. Follow me on all socials. I know I got a script, but I've been gone a couple of weeks, so I just feel like freestyling for a while, you know. 'Cause I miss y'all, you know. But I miss me more, so it's definitely a must that I had to take them breaks, you know. Unplug. But I did over the course, like, damn, how I'd handle this topic. But the fact that it was a lot of just more Stephen A and shit, Brian shit, a little D Wayne intrigue mixed in, it was really a good time to take a break because that cycle of news, it just was getting redundant, especially with the playoffs coming. You got the Knicks trying to be the good team in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? You got SGA, you got Jokic last night going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got Nickel Alexander going crazy with the three. You know, you got the Russell Westbrook situation. And shout out to Russell Westbrook, man. He played hard, he made a mistake. Ain't the end of the world, man. Like, them same kind of plays y'all love him for, like, so get an OG some grace, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate how y'all be quick to ready to meme the OGs. That's shaky as hell. That show me what type of nigga you is. If I see you wait and you start dissing the old nigga, nah, nigga, you a snake, nigga. Like, especially if it ain't like the shit happening every night, you know what I'm saying? Niggas probably playing harder than usual. They missing two players that would have took up a chunk of minutes. So nigga playing harder than usual, he made a couple of mistakes. That's Russell Westbrook, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same dude we just celebrating for giving us 20, 20, and 20 for Nipsey, RIP Nipsey Hussle. So give Russell Westbrook some grace, man. Y'all extremely disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's disrespectful. Media.com if you don't know who you're traveling with on this journey of game. GAME, you see the boy, Big Sauce. Joe Budden made some Gary, Indiana comments. Joe Budden, you gotta chill, man. Gary, Indiana was a very prideful city. You know what I'm saying? Them folks is not gonna just be happy with you talking about. There's a lot of pain, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in that city. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and a lot of great people come from that city per capita. A lot of hustlers, a lot of survivors. You know, a lot of businessmen, a lot of thinkers, a lot of leaders, a lot of trailblazers, a lot of innovators, a lot of creatives. You know, a lot of niggas break your neck too. You know what I'm saying? But just a vibrant community of thinkers. Like, Gary is one of the few places you could be from where the most violent nigga in the neighborhood could see the valedictorian and they literally chop it up on some real shit. Or, you know what I'm saying, the star basketball player and the nigga who don't go to school would still be cool as hell. Like, that's what Gary was. So when you take those type of people who develop those type of bonds through success and strategic mannerisms and survival, you gotta be strategic to be from Gary. You gotta play chess early. You got to recognize the looks of people's faces and who's about what, and sometimes make decisions that may be not popular with the group of people you cool with. You may have to protect yourself in situations that don't even involve you at an early age, 12, 13, 14. So when you take those type of people and the women that know them and the women that go through things, propensity to survive somewhere where so many people lose their temper, a city that was so put in a stressful position, by the way they treated us when Hatcher became mayor. You know, they destroyed our infrastructure. You know, they built the interstate through my people's stuff, Black Oak, all that stuff, you know, small farms. They built the internet. That was a walking, vibrant Black community. You know what I'm saying? They tore all that up down through 25th, through Chase Street. You know, it's been some trauma, you know, with me. Shout out my brother, Gerald Bunch, you know, and his girlfriend was killed. He was 18. 75 was some trauma inflicted. When Hatcher got in office, you know, all the white businesses packed up and left. Steel mills packed up and left. Indiana legislature passed a law. It wasn't supposed to be. Maryville is an illegal city. I say this every pod. Maryville is an illegal city. But they passed a law, came up with some type of bullshit waiver rule to create the town of Maryville pull a lot of resources out of Gary. I'm not making excuses. We can get ignorant, and sometimes some businesses don't make it because niggas get ignorant. But you're talking about generations of survival. If I knew survival in the 70s or 80s, if I could tell you, I remember somebody pinching quarters outside my crib or, you know what I'm saying, act like I'm tying my shoes, snatching somebody drive-through. I want their food. You got a group of people that been through shit like that. Even if they don't fuck with each other, they ain't gonna let you fuck with Gary. Yeah, I'm somebody like you. You just gotta chill on the Gary humor. 'Cause I can see the pulse. I see the pulse of the. All you gotta do is read the energy. And like I said, it's already like shit. It's a lot of places around this motherfucker you could dump on before Gary. Because Gary made it and everything has been strategically for the city to fail. From not refurbishing the high schools to not keeping key promises made to the city, all type of shit. The people who surviving is like, I be thinking, they be like, man, we got one high school. I be like, man, I couldn't imagine. We could barely go to school at Westside with each other. And we all stay within 2 miles of each other. I couldn't imagine they saying, all right, everybody from over here got to go to Westside. Man, you don't know these niggas. They put you in situations of having to survive. But when them niggas survive, well, when us niggas survive, you come out with some special type of hustlers. I see the comment. I think you went hard with the tumbleweed, the sick shit, the Gary shit. You know what I'm saying? Gary niggas put their foot in the door. That's the thing about Gary nigga. Like, even if the niggas that don't get along, you know what I'm saying? Like, on every level, damn near everything for a while, especially entertainment. Excuse me. It's somebody from Gary or Lake County somewhere shining. That ain't no coincidence, Joe Budden. So, I rock with you, man. I'm a fan of the pod, and I'm just telling you, because you could be in Chicago somewhere and it be folk Gary motherfuckers out to eat, and they could be women. They could be like, all right, nigga, so we from Gary. Do we look like nigga tumbleweeds? And you might not make sense to you, but when you talking about where somebody from, you got to be real delicate, Jack. Yeah. Shout out Gary, Indiana, man. For hell yeah. I remember one time I was somewhere, man, on some wild shit. And some niggas was, I was kind of having some words with some niggas. Just on some crazy shit. I was out of town, bro. And I think I was it wasn't Atlanta. It was either like Louisville or Nashville or something. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. It wasn't Memphis. It wasn't Chat. It was either like Louisville or Nashville or some shit. But anyway, at that time, kind of it is what it is. I'm going to get my shit off. I really ain't looking for no confrontation, but nigga, you going to hear me, I'm going to hear you. So, but anyway, it was like 3 of them niggas. And I was like, bitching me, bro. I'm from Gary, Indiana. Swear to God, nigga, like 3 broads hopped off the bleachers like, oh, hell nah. So like, that's Gary. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Gary. That's like, it could be some motherfuckers that you hate, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't not publicly, you know what I'm saying? So Joe Budden just good traction for the day. He was viral in the Midwest. Your Midwest views and analytics are gonna be crazy. I gave it a spiel. Actually, get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. 8 tips for men to find peace. I'm flying in a Pelican. All right, man, let's get to it, man. Concrete Genius Media. What we on? Let's get to it. So yeah, man, I just want to say, bro, whatever age you are, if you in any type of situation where you starting to lean towards the streets, the violence, please reach out to somebody, because the violence among people in general, but specifically Black people, we have to work on conflict resolution. All right, and this is from somebody who was extremely angry and sometimes couldn't control their anger, and also understanding that sometimes when you put volatile people in volatile situations, things happen. But nationwide, across the board, our children are too desensitized. Adults are too desensitized. Too much domestic violence. Like, a Black woman should feel safe around Black men. That's physically and sexually. That's just how your cousin should feel safe. A Black woman should feel safe. Now, somebody can holler at her. You know what I'm saying? But if she respectful, in my opinion, the way I see life, yeah, If you're a black woman, you safe around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I was raised. I'm not finna, now if you started some shit, I'm not motherfucking, I'm not super nigga. But if you minding your business, and I mean also safe from whatever tendencies a person may have. You could be out trying to holler at a woman. She'd be like, nah, I'm good. All right, well, have a good night. That should be the safety of the interaction. Shouldn't be no bitch, no hostility, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Getting on the elevator. Oh, you good? You stand over there, you good? Get on the plane, just a nod. You know what I'm saying? Like just a courtesy, hold the door. One time these chicks cussed me out though. I was fresh as hell. I was going to something. It was somebody concert. I think it was Old National Theater. I was fresh, nigga. It was summertime shit. I had the caddy. The caddy was looking like a bottle of champagne from Saudi Arabia, you know what I mean? The most expensive bottle. Green champagne green with the champagne green tint with 22. It was just shining, blinging like money. So I pulls up to the gas station. I think I'm finna get like gun, whatever, some shit, you know what I mean? So I pull up to the gas station. Now mind you, I got on like some white motherfucking linen type shit. Like, so I really don't even want to walk past this shit. But I need to go in here, cop some shit. And this chick's like, yo, can you help us? I'm like, what's up? And like, we trying to put, I think it was either oil. Yeah, they say we trying to put some oil in our car. Can you show us where it's at? I'm like, look, if I ain't mistaken, I think it's right there that next to that. But I'm pretty sure that's it. And then there's one little meddling ass motherfucker, little motherfucker gonna talk about, yeah, this shit here, this some cold shit, man. Yeah, this ain't no motherfucking joke. This Sauce Mackenzie. I've never been no lame. I've always been different. Concrete Genius Media, get a copy of my book, The Game Changer, man. 8 tips for men to find peace. We outside, we outside. Stop the killing, man. That jail shit ain't nothing fun, bro. When you see a nigga getting 80, 90, 100 years, nothing fun. I'm telling you, nigga. Stay out. Be able to go to your grandmama and your mama funeral. Every nigga that do a stretch misses several funerals that he regrets. And not only that, usually unless you protecting yourself, whatever you going to jail for ain't gonna be worth it in 2 years. Even you scam $50,000, $70,000, you do 5 years, that ain't no fucking money. You do 3 years, 2, you do a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, man, it's fly shit coming at you, man. People always ask me what I want. I want Concrete Genius to just continue to be groundbreaking, continue to just drop jewels and game and be relatable to so many different palettes of people. That's what make me special, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what really makes me different. Like, I could have a felon and a school teacher and an engineer and a basketball coach and somebody hustling in the street and a rapper and some athletes all in the same room because they got something connection to me. I'm so relatable. I'm like a limitless plug intellectually. So I'm known, well versed. So I'm looking for like partnerships. You got a business, I could promote your business. You got something hype, basketball, something program, I could promote that for you. You looking to network, you looking to record a pod, I can make that happen for you. You tap in, hit my DMs. Concrete Genius Pod is the method of communication. Pardon me for looking sensational. I can't help it. But yeah, if you're looking just to get your business out there, I plug your business. I give you a slot in an episode. I give you a slot in a reel, or I give you a package where you can get on at the end of my reels. It's all about getting on using what you got. See, the thing about it is, what separates me, what makes me different is somebody else might have 30,000 followers. Most of them followers ain't real, or they was followers that followed them at one time for something they was doing or whatever. Even if I only got on a certain platform 3,000, but my video get 80,000, then that's still somebody with like better than 2-3 million followers. But my shit going to real people. So that's the thing about advertising with me. Another blessing for you, the consumer, is people gonna be attracted to the logo, the brand, what I spit. So I put you on 10 different videos. They gonna watch them on all different mediums. Social media, any social media medium you think of, we can discuss it. I got a presence there, basically. LinkedIn, everything. It's me, baby. So if you wanted to get into the advertisement side of it, talk to me. I can make it happen. Jokic, 61-point triple-double, phenomenal. Some of the shots he was making over Rudy Gobert, phenomenal. I just spoke about Russ, but Jokic, phenomenal. Passing, shooting, played the whole game. And if you ever look at Jokic, I guess because maybe if Shaq was light-skinned, he would have had that too. But Jokic be getting the shit beat out of him. Like just whelps and scratches, shit like that. But 61 and the triple-double was phenomenal. But I was more impressed with the Timberwolves. No DiVincenzo, no Naz Reid. Got some good minutes from Dillingham. Anthony Edwards stood tall in the fourth quarter. Nico Alexander was phenomenal during the course of the entire game. I think the coach managed the game well, caused some very, very great situational timeouts to kind of stop whenever Denver was getting their momentum. Just a well executed game by Minnesota. And I know the foul at the end, people say, oh man, he shouldn't have did that, was a fluke, or he fouled him. But being in condition, being ready to hoop, puts you in positions to where luck goes your way. I guarantee you the team that practices the hardest and works the hardest is the luckiest. You're not lucky being out of shape, lazy. You ain't gonna be lucky. How lucky is the worst team and you ain't lucky? You know what I'm saying? You ever seen a team that wasn't in shape lucky? You know who lucky? The people who come in phenomenal shape, people who take care of their bodies, people who don't party, the people who stay disciplined, committed, and consistent. So yeah, I kind of got off on a tangent a little bit. My fault, man. Pardon me. It's been a couple of weeks. Enjoy the ride. Yeah, but Jokic, no Porter, no Murray. I still think just you got to get SGA the MVP. I mean, I don't see no other way you could do it. Give it to nobody else. You got to give it to SGA. I think he earned it. But man, Jokic on his ass. Jokic on his ass. It's water, nigga. And you get the dry mouth and shit. So yeah, phenomenal. This last week of the NBA is really turning in clutch. Every game is exciting. Lakers Rockets, great game. See how the Lakers find their chemistry. Lakers Warriors Saturday night, is that tomorrow night? Maybe Thursday night. Every game is important. My pick right now, I think the Celtics still gonna win it. I think Celtics Thunder in the finals. Celtics in 6. I just think when Boston is at full strength, Porzingis, Tatum, Brown, White, Holiday, even Peyton Pritchard, you know what I'm saying? The other white dude that shoots all the threes and never misses, it's tough to beat them. Especially they battle tested, so they're going to really know how to do it down the stretch. I don't think Denver going to have what it takes to get back. I think Jokic is a generational player. He's been on a generational run. I never really hated on him, but I never probably gave him his propers. But past year and a half, really watching him, Gobert 7 something. Jokic cocked that bitch over his head like this, fade back, boom, bang his ass. Yeah, Jokic is him. The pass and the cutting, Like I said, man, slack up on Westbrook, man. Westbrook, the OG. They'll get Porter back. They'll get Murray. They'll be a tough out. But the thing about the West is everything is about seeding right now. Every win is crucial. Every loss is crucial. Warriors, Steph, 52, amazing, phenomenal game. It's a great game to watch, actually, because my wife a huge Steph Curry fan. So it's a great game to watch. Enjoy. It's always good when Steph put on one of the performances. We really got to cherish these moments. We really got to be innovative when it comes to Steph and his impact on the game, what he's meant to the game. And so when I see a special performance like that, it just makes you go back to the timeline when you first saw him. Especially even somebody like me, I'm old enough to remember his dad when he was a kid. His dad was in Charlotte. So just seeing that timeline of him go from that to where he is now and still being able to crank out special performances, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing. So I think the Warriors are still deadly for the playoffs because I think what happens with the Warriors now when you get Jimmy Butler, you get Steph, you got Draymond leading the show, being a traffic controller out there, which is extremely valuable. Excuse me. And then so now you got your Moody playing better, Pod's playing better. You know, Looney's gonna always be the consistent player that he is. So now you got a situation of players playing better. So I still think they dangerous. I still think matchups is everything. I do think they miss Kuminga when it comes to the Lakers as far as guarding a big wing. It's tough guarding a big wing. I don't know. Moody Butler can maybe, but between Brian, Luka, and AR, it's gonna be tough. But Memphis, I think Memphis is right there. They fired their coach. That was kind of shocking. Stop saying. I think they're very talented, but it's something that stops them from closing games. It's like you'll see them in a lot of games, but they don't close them. But they're competitive. They play good. They play hard. They talented, obviously, Janet Jackson, homie. You know what I mean? They play hard. They play tough, but it's also a part of them where you be like, and we just need one stop, one possession. You know what I'm saying? One possession, one stop right here. Let's get a stop right here. Or if you watch them, and I'm giving up a lot of game, but they ended the quarters be bad too. Like, that's how you can tell a team where the coach is really juiced in and they juiced in to their coach during the practices. Like, you can always steal opportunities from coaches at the end of quarters and shit like that. That's how you kind of notice the flow of teams. So I just think it's some things they can tweak, but they still a dangerous team. I think Golden State's still dangerous. That West is going to be very fun, very interesting. Very fun, very interesting. All right, man. Stephen A. going in on Steph. Why are we talking about this? It's your network, bro. First of all, I've already saluted your career, so we don't have to do that again. But I just wish that you would be the driving force of being hyped about what the real basketball fans are hyped about. You know what I'm saying? SGA scored 50. Steph scored 52. People hyped about that. Luka scored this. Devin Booker scored this. Kevin Durant, this happened, scored this. He say this. Like, people get hyped about those type of things. Sabonis had how many rebounds? 28. People make that a story, and then you can have different stories every day. And I know the controversy sells. Who am I to tell somebody to not take the controversy? But what happens is when you go for the controversy sales, thought process, then the controversy and the sales is what's going to control your judgment. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Steph Curry, one of the greatest to ever do it. 52 to stage his career on the road, 12 threes. And you talking about what some anonymous old head told you on the phone. You old heads, I told you, stop being so bitter. You know, it's easy to be bitter. You know, I got some shit I could probably be bitter about, but I'm a real nigga. I just keep going, keep trucking. Iron still hot, so I'm moving on down my leg, moving on down my arm. You know what I'm saying? Keep going forward. While the iron hot, as long as I'm breathing, the iron hot. But yeah, but you never gonna be bitter to the point where it's like, I want to take the shine from somebody that's popping right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be fly enough as an older dude to be welcoming. You see a young hustler, and he legit, he got it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? He driving, he living good. You know what I'm saying? He stacking his paper. You know, you celebrate him. You see somebody young doing their thing. I don't care if they work at Kroger's or they going to the NFL, NBA, they finna become an engineer, whatever. You salute the youngster coming through, man. They trying to run a business, whatever it is. Like, you had your time. However you maximize your time or then maximize your time, it's not the fault of the young person behind you. And so when I hear these, oh man, this NBA player said we would have whooped his ass. So is it rugby or basketball, Mr. Stephen A. Smith, an anonymous NBA player? Because why can't we celebrate one of the greatest shooters in real time? In real time. Like, why talk about the convoluted things that are unnecessary? Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer, 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace. It's available at Amazon.com, or you can go to my website, Concrete Genius Media. Thank you. But yeah, so it's disrespectful to what he's doing. Like, this is my beef with that, bro. You know how you got a friend and it's just gotta be about them? You know what I'm saying? Like me, I can turn it down, I can turn it up. Usually when I'm solo is when I'm probably the most up. Or I'm with like my wife, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm out, I'm kicking it. But sometimes I'm chill. But I also know as a fly individual, if I go to somebody's day and it's his day, I'm gonna let him rock out. I don't gotta be the loudest nigga telling the loudest jokes, the loud life of the party on his day. Cause he deserved to be fly in his way on his day. Now, if I was just in here on some every man for himself shit, some day party shit, man, I knock these niggas' wheels off. I'll be surrounded like I'm on Flavor of Love if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But if I go to something, you gotta understand how to fall back and let a nigga have his day. So you Stephen A. Smith, theme journalist, Philadelphia Inquirer, 30 years in the game, you know, has trailblazed many avenues for black journalism, black forward thinkers. When you bring up what some old retired player told you, telling you about something mythically that can never happen, what you're doing is taking away from Steph Curry's day, bro. That's ill, son. My water's empty. Get up, my shorts don't match. Yeah, that's ill, son. So I just think, Stephen A., you got to chill and just like promote, even if it costs some views in the beginning, before you walk away from this thing, unless you just going straight Tucker Carlson, man, do what you do. But let's revert some of this back to just sports. Like, man, SGA, this and that. Like right now, Knicks up 49-37, the Cavs. This win would do tremendous things for the New York Knicks heading into the playoffs, just from a confidence standpoint, to even feel like they can compete with Cleveland and or Boston. Evan Mobley special. So let's not take away from somebody's time. Like, the biggest thing that pisses me off when it comes to the Steph thing is, why are you making some old retired player relevant of talking about Steph Curry right after Steph Curry had a great game? It's indefensible. And the jealousy it smells like cabbage that's been in the garbage that should have been taken outside yesterday, you know? And we shouldn't be jealous. We should be thankful for whatever path God walked us on. He held us righteously. And we're here to tell you about it. So if you survived the 80s and 90s, good for you. But don't tell me Steph will get killed and y'all let Reggie run off a million screens. You don't think Steph could have ran off a million screens? You think Mark Price ran off a million screens? But all of a sudden, Steph ain't going to be able to play. Scott Skiles can play, but Steph Curry can't play. Like, what are we doing here? Come on, man. Dana Barros, Steph Curry. Let's stop playing, man. Like, Steph could have played in any era. Like, stop. We just got to stop using disrespect as the driver for content. Is goofy. And it brings goofy eyes to the loyal sports fans that don't want to hear that goofy shit. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. Pardon me for the drip. Follow me on all socials if you're not following me. I don't know where I've been going. What's happening? Thanks for these frames, man. I'm trying to work out something, so I ain't gonna talk too much about them, but they're exclusive. I appreciate them. You know what I mean? You know, trying to get some deals done, man. And I ain't forgot about nobody, man. I got a lot of people I'm gonna put on, get on the pod. I got my podder I gotta put out. You know what I'm saying? She been patient. I gotta get her out. Let's get this content moving, man. You know, I'm back on my reels, back on my fly shit. I'm back on me. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me. You know what I mean? I'm back on me for good, but I just be needing to unplug sometimes. I can't explain it. I don't got to. But yeah, I always been different, man. I can't believe I told y'all I farted on that motherfucking bus. I did, though. Yeah. Hold on, give me some motherfucking. My legs stiff as shit. I've been doing squats. Hell yeah. Kettlebell squats, too. Because I feel like I feel stronger when I squat. You can do all that benching, bro. You can do all that benching, my guy, for real. But your legs ain't strong, nigga, scooping you. And the legs, you a base. You know what I'm saying? You get them legs, them hips strong, you got a base. You know what I'm saying? If you turn over, you know what I'm saying? You got some power behind you. And just that lifting power, pick somebody up, get somebody off you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Don't neglect your legs. Stop skipping leg day. And I would do some leg shit, but nothing, man. I do some air squats. But really, honestly, I ain't good enough, especially me. I'm 6'4", 6'5". Shit, probably 308. I've been eating so about 308. Yeah, when I wear it well, that's a good thing about being tall, bro. You get away nice little 295, 300. You know, I just look chunky. Nice and chunky, well fed. 3 meals, fresh meals. You know, beer from my water. I just brought a water and shit. 3 fresh meals, ready for consumption. Stop playing with me, man. Eat well, and I work out with it, so the shoulders is immaculate. You know what I mean? The arms is gonna be immaculate. I get away with shit. You know what I'm saying? I got the mug for it. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. I'm just being silly right now. But like, nah, man, I'm glad things worked out for Hov. I don't really I try not to do a lot of the gossip shit. Shit's getting out of control. And with music and podcasts, like, people don't understand that shit's out for the world. You know what I'm saying? I always told my people, give me a verbal contract. The first time I get on here talking some shit that a nigga my age shouldn't be talking about, or I shouldn't be talking about anyway, because it don't have no relevance to now, take all my shit, put it in a box. I'm done. Because I never want to have to say nothing where somebody could be like, oh, let's look into him. Shit, man, you crazy as hell. That's why I had to tell niggas when they come on, I don't talk no street shit, you know? That impresses niggas who either need the money or didn't grow up in the streets. I'm not gonna be the nigga who talking gangster shit at my age with gray hairs talking about shit I used to do to impress people that's never gonna do it. Bro, I'm trying to live. I'm trying to enjoy hold hands with my wife and get a mushroom pizza for happy hour. The fuck? No. Like, so if I had to make content just on some war story shit, nigga, they could have it. And so, like, when you invite them elements in your world, they stay there. See, the key to this shit, and I'm gonna give y'all one fucking jewel, because it's my birthday and I'm in the spirit of giving. Drinking on that McClellan's top shelf shit, man. Stop playing with me, man. Find you something safe to play with. But yeah, I'm gonna give y'all one rule, man. See, the thing about your content is don't chase bigger platforms, bro. Chase consistency. Each platform, I know I got X amount of people that's rolling with me. So it may not be shit to what you think you got on that one platform, but they rolling with me. They got 2, 3, 4 years in. So anybody I get on top of that is a bonus. Same thing with other platforms. So I chase the consistency. I chase the interactions that's real. Cause anybody can see some gimmicky shit one time. But to have some shit to where a nigga be like, hey, I'm following you, hitting your DM, like, hey, I rock with your shit. Following you, sharing your shit, quoting you when they share your shit. Organically, that's free money. So, you know, you don't chase it. Just do you, and it all fall in place, man. Yeah, so I'm looking to work with you, any local businesses, Indianapolis or Las Vegas. You want to promote yourself on the pod. I'm looking to working with casinos, schools, looking to talking to high school teams, AAU tournament directors. I evaluate your tournament, I scout your tournament, talk to me. You got some players you need recommended, sent somewhere, do something, talk to me. I'll make it happen. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. Follow me on all socials at Concrete Genius Pod, man. Make it real, make it live. Thank you for letting me come in your life. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer, man. 8 tips for man to find peace. Peace.